Hey there! Yes, you, the viewer! So, I'll imagine you're here because you're absolutely terrible as the brand new monster in town, known as A01, huh? Aww, what's the matter? Tired of losing? Can't get any hits on the survivors? Don't know what to do? Well, if that's the case, then this is the video just for you. That's right, everyone. In this high-quality video mine, I'm gonna show you the best tips and tricks for A01 and PARASITIC too. Alright, enough talking. Let's get started. Alrighty then, A01, he is quite the character in PARASITIC too. Alright, let me show you how to be good as him. Yeah! Alright, people. A01 has two abilities, three abilities. His abilities are Sludge Whip, Illusion Dance, and Sludge Travel, and two other abilities that I'll get to that later, alright? Just you wait! Alright, let's get started. Sludge Whip is his first ability, and what it does basically, it makes you hold in place, and your arm goes very far away from you to grab a survivor. And once you do, you'll pull them back to you and deal some damage to them. Wow! But not only that, it also gives out a debuff effect to the survivors. However, it doesn't really do anything all by itself. But don't you worry, we'll talk about that later. However, this ability can be pretty punishing if you miss. And what happens if you miss? Well, you get a 2-second end-like, which is pretty bad. So, it is highly recommended to use this ability in long hallways. But not only that, try to immediately use this ability at the start of a long hallway. You understand? And yup, that's basically it. And of course, it is best to know, where your arm, aims at. And it'll always be the same. Your arm will always aim at the center of your screen. You see that? Yep. You see that? That's how I got the survivor. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm so smart. And here's another thing. If you can't see the survivors because of your big fat body, then there's a higher chance of you letting your hit. Oh my goodness, you're so smart. I know. Oh my goodness, I'm just so smart. Okay. I should stop now. But anyways, so I recommend you using this ability a lot in long hallways and whenever a survivor is pretty close to you. But remember, you always have to act fast. And yeah, that's it. Alright. Illusion Dance is the second ability, and what it does basically, it makes you spit out a version of yourself. And as you can see, this clone of yours can go through walls and can float. However, it is pretty slow and only moves in one direction. But don't you worry, because this ability can also highlight all the survivors around the map. But not only that, it also gives out the debuff effect thingy to the survivors. But don't worry, we'll talk about that later, alright? So, I recommend you using this ability a lot to know where the survivors are and to give out the debuff effect to the survivors and deal some damage. And yeah, that's it. Sludge Travel is his third ability, and what it does basically, it makes you transform into a puddle-like thingy? Wow. And not only that, you can't deal any damage to the survivors. You only get a small amount of stamina back, but that's it. And not only that, whenever you have 0 stamina, you automatically transform into your normal form. That takes like 3 seconds, which is pretty bad all by itself. But there's one thing that is very awesome about this ability. Remember that debuff effect that I was talking about? Well, if you use this ability and interact with a survivor that has this debuff, you can transform into a Super Sigma Monster! And has 2 new abilities to play with. The first one, it is called Humanoid something, and it can highlight all the nearby survivors around the map, which is very good. However, you can't move while using this ability. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So, to make it worth it, your in control bar would be paused. Yep, that's cool. Next ability is called PARASITIC PACE. This ability will make you go very fast. And that's it. However, you can't stop running. It only ends whenever you have 0 stamina. This ability is obviously very good for ambushing. Just look how fast you're going. You're going very fast. So, I recommend you using these 2 abilities a lot. Make sure to have a lot of stamina while using PARASITIC PACE and knowing where the survivors are with your other ability called Humanoid something. And yep, that's basically it. Man, I'm so smart. I should be a teacher someday because I am just so smart. I know what's 1 + 1. However, whenever your bar timer is over, you let go of the survivor that you were taking taking control of.
Oh no.
But not only that, it also heals the survivors as well, which is also pretty bad. So to stay in your shapeshift form, you just have to kill a survivor and that's it.
Oh my goodness, I'm just so smart.
Now, let's talk about how to deal with some survivors. And also some survivor upgrades as well, of course. For the basic loopers, it is quite simple. All you're gonna do is just use your sludge whip ability in long hallways and try to ambush them. Because you see, A01 has the exact same sprint speed as a survivor. However, he only has 80 stamina. So to keep up with them, just use your sludge whip ability and that's it. Alright, for the survivor upgrades, I think the ones that A01 struggles with the most is parry, rewind, super slide, cloak, and the speed boost one. For parry, it is very simple. Just don't attack immediately and that's it, because they can parry at whatever time.
And that's it. Oh, I'm so smart.
Alright. For super slide and the speed boost one, just try to use your sludge whip ability if they're close by, and yeah, that's it. Because remember, for the speed boost one, they actually have a downside. Whenever they use it, they become much more slower for a few seconds, which is good for you because you're a pretty fast monster. Alright, for rewind, it is kinda tricky. Just try to ambush them before they use their survivor upgrade thing, or just try to keep up. What a nerve was that? Whatever. For cloak, it is obviously very simple. Just use your illusion dance ability and that's it, because they can still get highlighted and you know where they are and you can kill them.
And that's it. You see, you guys, I'm just so smart.
Then why do you take so long to upload then?
Yep,
I guess that's it.
well then, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this
High quality video mine. And also, shout out to all of these wonderful commenters right here. They all asked me to do this video and I said, sure, why not? I hope I made all of you proud, and for the others who like to main as this Venom wannabe. And also, I'm sorry for taking some time. I promise I won't do it again. And remember, champs, if I miss anything or you guys want to submit a request or a question, please tell me down in the comments and I should reply to them like always. And hey, while you're doing that, please like, share, subscribe, and comment if you want, but please do, and really helps me out a lot. Well then, this is it. Bye bye.